has chosen the Celtic Cross Spread for your general monthly reading, which is perfect for this setup since it looks a little bit in the past, a little bit in the future, but focuses the most on what is going on right now. It is also the only spread that I do that devotes a card and a position to the environment. So there is likely something around you this month that Spirit wants to bring your awareness and attention towards. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome in, guys. So good to have you here. My name is Scott Sagent, and I am ready for your July 2024 Psychic Tarot reading. First order of business, let's get those cards on the screen for you so you can take a look as I explain this different format this month. As you notice, I'm not here in person. I am in an audio reading because I had a little bit of an eye injury. Don't worry, I'm just fine. However, I'm not so hot to look at right now. So we're going to do this a little bit differently this month. It's going to be a little interactive, different vibe, different feel to it. Some of you might really enjoy it, I think, because you're getting the point of view from my side of the table and going card by card. I might even throw in some graphics to illustrate certain points as we go. And don't worry if you don't see the cards that well. I know the screens, sometimes we watch these videos on small screens, our phones. Maybe you don't see the cards clearly. I'm going to make this in a way so that even if you're just listening to me, it'll make sense to you. So let's get started with your reading right now. Okay, Capricorn, let's talk about some July. You can see the cross on the left side of the screen a little elongated because I moved the cards so you can see them all, so there's nothing really kind of overlapping each other too much. So anyway, that's why it's kind of a weird shape, but let's get started with your cross. The very middle card, that's where we start. This is you and all that you are. This is my Knight of Wands, guys. So this is the guy riding in on the horse. So he represents action. A lot of times this is action in the work corner because that's what Wands represents, which is a big corner in anybody's life. Work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement if you're of that age, entrepreneurship, the JOB for most people, spending time doing hobbies and interests, even projects can come up in there. So a lot of action in the month of July. I would encourage any of my Capricorns, if you have work type of stuff or anything in this umbrella to do, it is a great time to do it. They show you guys getting it done very, very well in this month. Now, what crosses you? This is the card that overlaps it kind of at a diagonal. This is my Eight of Cups, guys. This is the card about leaving something behind. Just like you can see in the card, he is walking away from the cups. In that same way, they're talking about the energy of leaving something behind here too. Perhaps the work situation. Maybe some of you are actually leaving something, a work project behind, leaving a job behind, leaving a mentality that you used to work with, or maybe a coworker or a group behind in the month of July. This could be unrelated to the work message, but when they cross like that, you have to kind of start there and work your way through. So what do we have this big purging energy for Capricorn? That's my first question, because that is a purge. That is full moon energy, leaving something behind, getting it out of your life always is. If you have something to get out of your life, whether it has to do with work or not, also coming in as a pretty strong push right there. In fact, one of the new things that I just implemented this month right now is I ask Spirit directly when I do these spreads, is the full moon or the new moon better for Capricorn this month? What is better for them to take the advantage of? And since we just talked about full moon, I just took a peek to see what they said. And guess what, Capricorn? For you, they said either one. So it is actually a good time for you to kick stuff out of your life as well as bring it in and manifest. Let's move on to the next card. Over to the left, you can see the Ace of Pentacles, the hand holding out a coin, okay? So this is the past position, the recent past, more than likely. Something that has happened or occurred in the last, 6 weeks or so, somewhere in there. And Ace of Pentacles represents new money, new coinage, something new that is physical usually to the touch, just like you can touch a coin, but you cannot touch an idea. You cannot touch an emotion. That's what they're talking about here. So a lot of you either have received some new money or something new like that you didn't have before recently. Now, why they bring that in is because it's still affecting your current month of July. It's still crossing into July, and it's there for a reason. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe you have to figure out what to do with this money, somewhere safe to put it, or whatever this new thing is. There's something left to do with it that it's not all complete and done. And Ace is also the new. Ace represents new. So we just talked about the new moon, how they said it's still a good time to bring new things in. So just because we have new in the past, the recent past, doesn't mean we can't have more new in July, and that is what Spirit is saying here. As we move on to your next card, guys, this is the card to the right of the runestone there. This is the Nine of Cups. This is the card about the future position of coming soon to you. And this is a great indicator for Capricorns. This is a card of success, accomplishments. It's like putting a trophy on the trophy case on the shelf. So that is a great thing there. So some of you, this could tie in directly to the work push, especially since you guys are making these work moves in July. They're saying very shortly after, you're going to be getting these kickbacks returning to you in the form of a success and an accomplishment. Very good. Like to see that. As we move into the above position, this is the very tippity top left. This is my Knight of Swords. They did tell me here, not the person though. So we are using the energetic definition for Capricorns here. This is, again, action, because we have the knight, the guy riding in on the horse. They're talking about action here, and this is a position here that you are very aware of. So they're saying you're very aware of the fact that your mind is racing. Your mind is going maybe 100 miles an hour in July. You're trying to figure out a lot of things. Swords is the mental suit. So it is cerebral. It is more through the air. So it is really just saying here that you are kind of making decisions. You are figuring things out. You're clearing things up, getting some clarification. Things are starting to become clear, or at least that is the intent, and that is the direction of where you're going in July, really what you're working on hard. Now, I'm not telling you anything new by telling you that. That's the position of the card. So why does it come up? Well, Spirit is saying they're aware of this. So if they're aware of it, then basically you can use this to your advantage by manifestation, putting out the good thoughts. They're saying, hey, we're aware of what you're trying to do, so just keep doing it. Organize it, prioritize it, really put it together in a good way so that they can do their part behind the scenes and really bring it into fruition for you. As we move up into, actually move down, this is the bottom position card. This is Justice, Lady Justice, very bottom left corner of your screen. This is a card in a position here where I'm telling you something you're not aware of. This is something brand new to you that you're not aware of. That's why it's underneath everything else. And Lady Justice brings in, there's two different main definitions to this card, but one of these is about something legal. There could be something legal in July that you have to do or deal with. And I say legal by basically anything you put your signature on. A contract, obligation, something to do with, I view this as a good thing because the Justice card came in inverted, or it did not come in inverted, it came in upright. So therefore I believe that this is a positive thing. If this card was inverted, I'd maybe warn you about a traffic ticket or speeding or running a stop sign or something silly. But here it's coming in pretty good. So I like the way this looks. This looks like a legal type of thing that could be very positive or beneficial to you. So if you have anything legal to get done, you have to get this contract renewed. You need to go, renew your contract with this subscription service or something like that. This is a good time to do it in July. Time to get that done. And Spirit here saying that, if they didn't bring it up, you'd probably forget it, let it slip under the surface, something like that. And the other definition of this card is karmic kickback. This is a boomerang effect, return on investment, good karma-wise. So all the good stuff you've been putting out there, wherever it is, it's a good month for it to return to you, that boomerang energy. And they show that even further with my Oracle Angel card sitting right next to it, the girl with the balloons, happy, happy. So they're saying here they want you to focus on your happiness here. A lot of you have kind of put that to bed or it's like under the covers. So we got to kind of unwrap that a little bit. And July is a great time for Capricorns to enjoy a little bit of happiness and joy in your month. Let's go with running up the sides, guys. This is the bottom right and going up. I'm going to move my little face out of my way so you guys can see here. Actually, you don't need to do that. I take that back because the way that this is a square, I don't have to reformat this to take up the whole screen. So you get to still see everything the way it is. I don't have to move anything. The bottom right corner is number 7, which is advice. I have my Page of Pentacles coming in here. Page of Pentacles is the messenger in tarot. They did tell me here also not the person. They want me to use energy definition here. So we're talking about the messenger for money. This is a financial message. They're saying financial messages are going to be coming in for Capricorns very, very early in July. You're not going to have to wait. This is kind of come to you very quickly, a notification of some form, or maybe like, hey, you got to take care of this bill. Even maybe it's something to do with that justice card that we talked about in that bottom position. But this happens early, so you don't want to wait with any kind of financial moves that you need to make in July. Get it done. Get it off your back. Let's go. Number 8, guys, moving right up. This is the position for the environment. Probably what Spirit wanted to do the Celtic Cross for you, a very large part of it, because this is the only spread that I do that devotes a card to the environment. In the area around you, they're saying here that it is not very open for knowledge there, or wisdom, really kind of just the truth. So there's something around you guys here that we just need to kind of unlock further. Maybe you're just not in a great situation with work, or maybe the home environment is just kind of cloudy and muddied up right now. I'm not sure what they're talking about here, but in your environment, it is coming through like them saying that information is being withheld. When I have the High Priestess, she is the keeper of the divine knowledge. And when she's coming in inverted like this, it's basically showing that you're not seeing the whole thing. And maybe that's by design. Maybe they're saying like you don't need to know the whole picture right now. And for some of you Capricorns, that may be a very powerful piece of information that they need to share with you. Is like you don't have to know it all right now. Not in July anyways. They also bring in my Oracle Angel card to the right of it. To breathe. Remember to breathe, Capricorn. It's going to be all right. You don't need to worry about, any kind of stress and fluff you have in your circle, in your environment going on right now. It's going to be all right. Just remember to breathe. Take a deep breath. It's also purging energy, perhaps, too. As we move up from there, guys, we move into number 9. Number 9 is hopes and fears. This is a good one to have. So Capricorn's showing good kind of perception here with the hope of strength. Having the courage, exuding the strength. It basically indicates that you have all the tools here to handle your July. You almost don't need me here to tell you that. You're doing a good job. You have the strength to the point where she's taming a lion, like with her bare hands. Okay, so you have everything you need here to move forward with it. So keep the good side of things perception-wise. I love the way it looks, but anytime we have something good in tarot, we want to keep a continuance of it. We want more of that good stuff. So keep exuding that strength, that courage. Be bold in your month. And guess what? We have serendipity coming in my Oracle Angel card. So they're letting you know that there's going to be some good luck involved here. I'm not sure in what form it's going to come. Maybe it just comes out of the blue, a little surprise, or maybe you expected something to be really rough or a pain in your butt, but when it actually happened, that wasn't so bad after all. No big deal. No worries. Let's move up to the top, guys. Number 10. And this is the perfect time for me to remind you that this is a general reading. You're going to see why in a second, I tell you that. Because not all Capricorns are the same. Of course not. This is general bubble energy. If you want information that is personal, private, specific only to yourself, you need a personal private reading for that. And guess what? They are blown out on sale the first week of July. Only 40% off. That promo code is on Facebook, guys. It is posted on my website in case you forget, but it's very easy to remember. It's July 40. July 40. Enter that at checkout, all caps. It will automatically discount you 40% off of any of my services. Great time to get a personal private reading for yourself, Capricorn. Moving up to number 10, final outcome for the month. Well, this is blocked, first of all. That's why I kind of wanted to tell you about that. This is not coming in super clear. It is a little fuzzy, but it talks about some kind of an event. Maybe an event happening later in the month, or maybe beyond July, maybe August, September, something that you have coming on the books. It's coming in blocked. Maybe it could be that for a multitude of different reasons, which is why I say, personalized is the way to go here. But one of these things could be like if you have, you're getting invited to a wedding, right? But it's not until October, but you're getting the invitation right now in July. That would be the energy of this, is why they're showing it blocked. Another reason it could be blocked is because maybe you got something planned in July, a party, a get together, a gathering, and it just doesn't happen. Maybe there was a birthday party planned outside at the park, and we got some really inclement weather coming through, and that just didn't work out. So that's the kind of vibe that we have here coming in. Now let's get into your runestone. Runestone, last month I ended up doing with the angel protection. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm doing it all together in one reading here, and that was kind of like by mistake that I did that last time. It's just because I forgot, but and I didn't really like putting it in there. I didn't think it flowed very well. So we're doing this all inclusive in one reading. You can see your runestone right in the middle of your screen. This is the rune of Journey. It looks like a kind of a jagged capital letter R, probably because the Nordic word for journey starts with the letter R, I'm assuming. I don't know that for a fact, but I do know that this runestone means journey, indicating that a lot of Capricorns are on a new beginning of some form, starting something new in July that maybe you haven't done before. Maybe it's a great time to kick something off too if you've been waiting, because they're saying here, hey, it's a good time for a journey. Hey, we got a good time to take action in your mind. Hey, we go back to the beginning. Hey, good time to take action at work. We got action all over your spread, guys. We got new beginning coming in with aces. We got leaving something behind. You got a little bit of everything in potential here, Capricorn. I just want to see you make the best of it, because that's what it's all about here. So anyway, journeys can be exciting. The only kind of caveat that I got to give you there, the little disclaimer in small print, is that journeys, they can be a little crazy sometimes. They can be a little, beautiful, exciting, encouraging, but at the same time, you just want to play things a little bit safe. So don't go overboard. Don't go over the top. It's just not necessary. Enjoy the scenery, but don't fall off the cliff while you do so. That's the message of Journey. So that wraps us up, guys. The moon cycle is going to be on my website. I'm always posting that on there. I'm also posting chemistry tracking, scottsagent.com, if you want to see what sign that Capricorn's kicking well with and repelling that you need to be careful of, cautious of. Check that out on my website, guys, scottsagent.com. Check out the moon cycles coming in and out of your month. Always a pleasure to read for you guys. Have an excellent July. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.